Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon or good evening. The Sports Report is on the air. My friend Gary Patterson is here with me, and we're going to discuss the Red Sox mainly.
Okay. It's that time of year. It's a great summer.
They're the story.
Yeah, they really are.
But first, I thought we'd give a couple of the other sports just a glimmer of hope that we're interested.
We are.
And I do have a couple of football items.
Okay.
I thought James Harrison did a pretty good job the other day. He bashed the Steelers
Yeah.
and pumped up the Patriots.
Did he?
Yeah, speaking on FS1, I guess that's Fox
Yeah.
Sports 1,
Fox Sports 1.
with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Harrison, who spent 14 years with the Steelers, 14 seasons and 4 games with the Patriots,
Yeah.
said this: Mike Tomlin is good as a head coach. He's a player's coach. I think he needs to be a little bit more disciplined. The big thing with Belichick is he's regimented. He's disciplined. Everyone is going to be on the same page. It's not going to be anything as far as someone doing their own thing. Harrison was asked what Tomlin could do to improve as a disciplinarian. Harrison said he needs to be more consistent across the board with everyone, from your stars to your special teams. I think it's easier if you hold everyone accountable because you don't have to treat anyone differently because of a certain situation or a certain player. It's a lot easier across the board. It didn't look like you're playing favorites.
Yeah.
Now, in the confraternity of sports, that is a very strong statement.
It is actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
He laid it on the line.
Yeah. And you believe it, watching Tomlin all these years.
Yeah.
And the guy's won. I mean,
Yes. He is
definitely
very,
been.
the one thing that just jumps out at me at Tomlin, doesn't appear to manage the clock at all.
No, he has. There's a number of times you just think he's coming up short.
But let's face it, the times we see him primarily are against the best coach in the history of football. So, gee whiz.
Yeah, I mean they were always a great defensive team with a really good quarterback, Hall of Fame caliber quarterback, right? And they won. I think he's won 2.
I think so.
Big Ben's got 3. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because what's his name won the first one, right? The guy who's now a broadcaster. Oh God.
Terry Bradshaw.
No. The coach.
Oh, the coach. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway. Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about. Coach. They always call him Coach. Coach. Anyway. It'll come to us.
It'll pop in eventually.
That's it exactly.
Cowher.
Coach
Bill Cowher.
Coach Cowher. Bill Cowher. And do you know something? Have you ever heard him say anything terribly insightful?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
I mean,
actually.
it's not like a cheerleader.
I had hopes for the guy when he came to the booth. I thought maybe he'd be good.
And he's been in the booth for 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's strictly easy money for him at this point.
Oh, yeah. But he's a good coach. Ben won his first Super Bowl with him, right? Ben's won 2, I think.
I think so, too. Yeah.
1 with Cowher, with Tomlin.
1 with Tomlin.
Yeah.
Atlanta police say former Cincinnati Bengals cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones was attacked during a run-in with a facility service employee at the Hartfield Jackson Atlanta Airport. Police said Jones confronted ABM Industries employee Frank Regine after Regine made a gesture Words were exchanged before Regine struck Jones with a fist, causing a cut to Jones's face. Cell phone video footage showed that Jones and Regine traded several punches, with Jones ultimately knocking Regine down with a punch to the face, and then hit the employee again before a man broke it up. They were both taken to the hospital. I mean, this guy.
Yeah. It's a long list.
It just goes on and on and on. And then
list of things.
And then come time for him to look for a job,
Yeah.
I'm a changed man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do everything right.
I take it is he on a roster?
Currently a free agent.
Currently a free agent, yeah. Not signed as camp opens.
Yeah. And last year, the NFL suspended Jones for one game for a violation of its personal conduct
He's hoping for
policy.
He's hoping for some injuries at corner around the league.
He should.
Yeah.
And they'll have to. But speaking of corners,
If there's enough of them, somebody will sign him.
now we have, well, I can tell you one guy's not going to get signed, and that's former Patriots and former other teams, Brandon Browner.
Yeah.
He's been charged with trying to kill his ex-girlfriend after breaking into her Southern California home. The LA District Attorney's Office says the 33-year-old was charged yesterday with attempted murder, first-degree residential robbery, and other counts. Prosecutors say he broke into the apartment, chased and dragged the woman, and then tried to smother her in a carpet. They say he also stole a Rolex watch valued at $20,000.
Yeah.
What? These guys make huge amounts of money. What in the devil do they do this
Browner
to?
had some history either with this woman or something, and what I heard is that he is legitimately, he's looking at doing time.
Yes, absolutely.
he's looking at doing
this
time.
was a very short article.
Yeah.
There was a longer one, and I said, well, I can read this short
he
one
could be
real
looking
quick.
at like
But-
10,
oh,
10 to
yeah.
20.
You're absolutely right. I mean, breaking and entering in the nighttime, there's a lot of states that are pretty tough on that, especially when you pound the hell out of somebody.
Right.
Well, have you been following the catch rule in the NFL? They
No,
changed
not
it.
really. I heard they were talking about it, but
Walt Coleman, who's retired,
Walt. Yeah, I remember Walt.
he doesn't see the revamped catch rule as a big change for NFL game officials because he says he believes the referees are already been calling catches the new way anyway.
Okay.
So after that, it falls into this fog of rules, iterations. But if he's left-handed and is standing on the sideline,
So there is a new catch rule.
yeah, but no one understands it.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting, too, is the league, of course, is going to make all kinds of videotapes.
Right.
And they're going to have a bomb squad going to every team saying, sit down and watch this. We're going to teach you the new rules.
So the new rules also about you can't lead with the helmet, right?
Now, that's going to be another horror show.
That is a major change.
It does away.
You couldn't target before.
No.
But you could go in to tackle, and if your helmet's
As you were taught going back to Pee Wee football.
So I think that one is going to be chaos.
Yeah. Now, I think after 3 or 4 games.
Preseason.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They get it right in preseason.
Hopefully they'll get it right. But boy, there's going to be a lot of flags.
Yeah.
And a lot of confused guys.
Yeah. Because you can't lead with the helmet at all, right?
Exactly.
Even if, not just the hit, but if you're coming in for an open field tackle.
However,
if your helmet hits him first, that's a penalty.
one player
That's a huge change.
One player can lead with his helmet, and he was given the okay to do it. Tom Brady on his quarterback sneaks.
Yeah.
They said that's okay for him to go low and lead with his helmet.
Quarterback sneak. But a running back can't do that? No. Huh. Interesting.
It is interesting,
Yeah.
you know? Now,
This is what we get for $40 million a year from Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell is the epitome of an empty suit.
Yeah.
He really and truly
And he's
is.
making $40 million a year.
Yeah. He had one year that he got up to 48.
Yeah.
The Raiders
Yeah.
are going to have their new stadium and all.
Eventually.
Yep.
Not this year, right?
Nope.
They're still in Oakland.
But they are going to, when they do open up to move into their new stadium, they are going to have personal seat licenses.
I heard that, yes.
And they will cost between $20,000 and $75,000.
And then you have to buy the tickets on top of that.
Which only reserves the person the right to buy season tickets.
Wow.
He's got to buy the season tickets on top of that.
Wow. So 20 to 70?
$20,000 to $75,000
just for the right to buy the seat.
just to buy the ticket. Yeah.
Wow.
And the
great
ticket's going to be a good one's going to be $500 or $600.
Yeah. So they figure there's enough high rollers in Vegas
They'll suck it up.
who are going to say,
They'll just
fine.
say, man.
am I on the 50?
And you know what else will happen too is the casinos will buy huge lots of
Yeah.
them to hand out to the big rollers. You know.
Yeah, they'll sell them. I mean, they're priced that way because they know they're going to sell.
Absolutely. If you were a Patriots season ticket holder
Yeah.
and Bob Kraft dropped that bomb on you, would you?
You know, if he was going to do that, he might have missed his window. You know, that is, he really coming down the very stretch of Belichick Brady.
Yeah,
Post Belichick Brady, that could be a tough sell there.
could be an impossible sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
But oh yeah,
Think of a scenario where the Red Sox and the Bruins and the Celtics were all championship caliber, and the Patriots had to go through the cycle with Brady and Belichick gone, and they were 4-12.
yeah,
You know, does the
yep.
interest in them and their merchandise sales and everything else?
You couldn't sell 1,000 of those licenses under that set of circumstances. Buffalo Bills running back LaShawn McCoy is snared in an ugly incident with an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, he's gone too.
I mean, what in the hell is he thinking of?
Yeah.
Hiring people to beat her up and...
Yeah, he could be looking at time as well.
You're right.
But he's out for, he's not playing this year.
In Jacksonville, defensive tackle Marcel Darius is facing 2 sexual assault lawsuits. And he was arrested. Cardinals general manager Steve Keim was arrested on July 4th on suspicion of DUI. I mean, this is like reading
It's the NFL.
the court report on Monday mornings after the weekend. Jeepers creepers. What do you think of Terrell Owens?
Well, I'll be nice and say he has the right to do what he's doing.
You don't suggest he was perhaps leading with his helmet a little too much? I mean,
Perhaps.
this is once in a lifetime deal. You go into the Hall
Yeah,
of Fame.
it's going into the Hall of Fame. I mean,
And to what? What is his reason not to do it?
it's- You know, I think it's to draw attention to himself. Mm-hmm. We're here talking about him.
Yeah. he
can't
was,
handle. He's done, right?
he used to be the big star,
Spotlights are off.
retires,
Yeah.
and then he's dissed
Right.
because he had to wait 2 years to get
Right.
in.
Right. Yeah.
It's amazing.
In his prime, when he was tuned in and playing,
Yeah.
he was a great player.
He was.
Yeah.
He was a fantastic player.
Dropped a lot of passes, but he was still a great player.
Yep. And he was bypassed for 2 years because he had an acidic personality.
He did.
And he just doesn't seem to understand that.
Yeah.
Ga-
Not
Yeah.
not a likable guy.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Gasper, that writes for the Globe, Christopher Gasper, has a bucket list about sports.
Yep.
He said, here's my current sports bucket list.
Okay.
I want to see a baseball player hit over 400 again.
Yeah. I don't.
What do you think the chances are of that?
I don't think it's good.
Slim.
Yeah.
First of all, the mound has been lowered since Ted Williams did it. It
Yeah.
should be easier, but it's not. You've got the shifts, and now pitchers have 5 and 6 different pitches
Yeah.
to throw you.
It's tough.
Really tough.
I mean, to me, it's like, look at Mookie. Can he hit 350? You know, I mean, if he could hit 350, 350 is an extraordinary
Hell of a deal.
number.
You know, and the players today, too, are being taught the uppercut swing.
Yeah,
So forget about hitting 400.
Right. So it's home run or strikeout.
That's right.
Yeah. Which is really impacting the games.
It is, and we're going to get to that.
Okay.
He'd like to see another NFL team go 16-0.
Yeah, that's possible.
It is
I don't
possible.
think it'll be here, but it's possible.
No, I think it's a stretch.
Yeah.
And
It's a once a generation thing.
Yeah. He wants to see the DH adopted by the National League.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I'm still a purist.
I am too.
I like National League baseball.
I do too. It definitely adds another level
It
of strategy.
does. Yeah.
And it impacts how you build your bench. And
Exactly.
Your
Exactly.
bullpen,
And it
double
also
switches.
allows you or mandates that you have a decent pinch hitter.
Right. At least one.
Yeah, at least one. Yeah. A golfer winning the modern Grand Slam. I don't care about that.
Unlikely. They're all too good.
They're all too good.
Just
Yep.
pick one.
A pitcher winning 30 games in a season.
Not gonna
Ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Not going to get enough starts.
Yeah.
And by the way, a golfer winning the Grand Slam. Give me a break. But with sports gambling now, Jordan Spieth
Yeah.
was 18-1 to win the British Open.
Really?
Yeah. There was one other fellow that was 16-1.
Huh.
And then he was the second choice. Now, if we could go over to Plainridge and place a bet,
Yeah.
I think I would have taken
Yeah.
$50 over there and put it on
Yeah.
Jordan Spieth.
That was a good odds for him going. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they were that high.
Yeah, and I'm surprised he folded up the way
He would have been
did,
on my
too.
short list. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did fold up.
He wants to see the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup because it's been so long, 1967, since they won it.
67.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good team, too.
That was a good team.
very
I do
good
recall
team.
that.
A team playing in the Super Bowl in its home stadium. This guy couldn't think of enough things to fill a column.
Yeah,
And he started putting in this stuff.
Yeah.
And the Detroit Lions going to a Super Bowl. Who cares?
Yeah.
Ah.
They've never been, right? Lions, I don't think they've ever been to one.
And I don't really care about the Sports Hub versus WEEI.
No.
And I've decided we'll just move
Let's
that one
move
off
on.
to one side. However, I do have something interesting. We'll do this quickly.
Okay.
Joe Thornton, draft choice of the Boston Bruins and long stay out in San Jose, has just re-signed with them. And that moved him over $100 million in salary.
Is that right?
Yeah. And what the players are saying, too, is that
Wow. Got the triple digits, huh?
Thornton's going to be okay. His father is
Yeah.
taking care of him, you know.
Yeah.
But what it does say is, he goes on to say, however, let's take a look at some of the players in their lifetime earnings. Currently active players.
Yeah.
Lifetimes, Sidney Crosby, $159 million.
Wow.
But the second one is $154 million, and I gotta tell you something. You'd have to work on this one to come up with this one.
Is that right? Who was it?
Drew Doughty.
Drew Doughty. Yeah, he just signed a big new contract.
Yeah,
Right?
but here,
Wow.
I never thought of him as a skillionaire.
No, but he has been around, right?
Second highest. Active.
Yeah.
Ovechkin is third. Makes sense. Carey Price makes sense. Jonathan Taves makes sense.
Yeah.
Avengi Malkin makes sense.
yeah.
And the rest of them more or less make sense. There's no surprises until you get down to Zach Parise with Minnesota, $112 million.
He's been 112 already? Yeah. Might be overpaid.
I never thought of him as
In that, yeah.
one of the greats. But, well, Orlando Cabrera.
Yeah.
He has, you're going back, we're talking the other night about consecutive reaching bases, games reaching bases.
Yeah.
And someone has got 21 or something like that. And they were crowing about it on TV.
Yeah. I think it was.
Orlando Cabrera had, in 2006, was 63 straight games on base.
63.
Yeah. But that isn't the record. But
Yeah.
recently, that's a heck of a thing.
Yeah, it is.
And
I think it was Mookie that was up to 23.
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And Eduardo Nunez, 38 games without a walk.
Yeah, I know.
He's hardly what you
It
call
is really
selective.
hard to walk that guy. He had a 3-1 count last night. I thought he was going to walk, but nope, he didn't walk. He was swinging.
Nathan Eovaldi. Now we're
Yeah,
getting
just
into
picked him up.
names now.
Yeah, picked him up today as we
speak.
tape this today.
Yeah.
He just acquired him.
And
I say thumbs up to the transaction.
for Jalen Beeks.
Right.
And Jalen Beeks someday might either be a left-handed reliever or he might be a 4th or 5th reliever when he masters a third pitch. Because he can throw 94 or 95.
He's another Brian
But
Johnson.
he is a tweener.
Yeah.
Eovaldi, now, he's had 2 Tommy Johns.
Yeah.
And,
He had some issues, but he's also done some things.
yes.
I mean, I think he's a legit 5th starter. You know?
Now that's what they're saying, and they, now it's interesting that the night after Pomeranz,
Yeah, he stunk last night.
they pulled the
88
string
mile
on
an hour
this.
fastball.
Yeah.
And those 2 rolling curveballs that
And he
ended up out in
did
the street.
get one up to 90, but it was about a
Yeah.
foot outside.
Yeah.
I saw him last week down at Pawtucket,
Yeah.
and he got his head handed to him.
Did he? So I think, with Eovaldi coming in, I think they should make the decision right now that he's going to the bullpen. And you've got from now to the end of the season to work him in and get him into a bullpen frame of mind, just like we did with Joe Kelly. And we desperately need a lefty in the bullpen.
Now,
And we obviously didn't get Britton. The Yankees gave it up.
Yeah.
And I thought Britton was either going to Houston or the Cubs,
did Britton
who
go?
both need a closer. Houston,
Britton went for 5 prospects.
I think I heard it was 3. and nobody that's outstanding. None of the A prospects. He was like, I heard two different reports. One said the lead prospect in the deal was the 6th ranked prospect in the Yankees organization. Another report said he was the 9th ranked. So I don't know if one of them was looking at that upside down.
Yeah, it could be either way. Yeah.
But
well,
they didn't give up a whole lot.
No.
And we didn't give up a whole lot for Eovaldi. So he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Yeah. So, as is my wont, I write down names of people we should talk about.
Okay.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, if he's your 6th or 7th starter in your organization, which he is here, you're doing okay. You know?
He has...
You know, you hear the term about players being a 4A player, right? He's really good. He's better than AAA, but he's not major league yet.
He doesn't
So a
have
mythical 4A, that's where I'd put him. He's a 4A pitcher.
He doesn't have a fastball.
Right.
Now, there has been quite a few guys that have had wonderful careers with 89-mile-an-hour fastballs.
He needs friendly umpires.
He needs an umpire that won't quit on that curveball.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And now that brings up another point. What is your feeling about the quality of major league umpires, especially last year, this year, but mainly this year?
Yeah, well, I think they're okay. I think there's some inconsistencies, right? It does drive you crazy. It drives the pitchers crazy when the same pitch is a strike and then it's a ball.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time.
It's the bottom of the strike zone.
Right.
I think they get the rest of the strike zone pretty
good.
well.
You know, they put the square up there.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And
if you believe the square.
How accurate is the square?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Brian Johnson, for a guy with his ability, gets the most out of it.
Yeah. No, he's done well.
I'm not.
I mean, him and Vasquez have been pleasant surprises.
Saviors.
And they've really plugged into holes that popped up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
well, of course, now here's another name. Chris Sale.
yeah, dominant.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's cruising.
Yeah. And Jerry Remy was saying the other night, there's a lot of Randy Johnson in that lad.
Yeah.
Big, gangly, a whole bunch of things moving at once,
Yeah.
arms and legs. And
I think they're trying to manage him a little closer and make sure he's got a little left in the tank
yeah,
down the stretch.
and that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what are we going to do with this lad?
Who?
Chris Sale. Are we going to overpay? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Well, if you look 2 years down the road, the Red Sox have they've got to deal with Sale
Yeah.
and Mookie.
Yes.
And,
Indeed.
Mookie is looking like he's going to be a $40 million a year player. I mean, you're talking about, 10 years, $400 million.
You got Xander Bogaerts.
Right.
You got to face up to him.
Right. I think he's going to go. He's a Boris guy. I think he's going to end up going.
But he has settled in to Boston. He's in a real comfortable spot.
Yeah.
He's matured. 282, 284, 16 home runs right now, and
Yeah.
I mean,
He'll go to market though.
his defense is really improved.
And that doesn't mean the Red Sox won't re-sign him, but he's a Boris guy.
Yeah.
If you can't extend him now, which I don't think they can.
Would you try to? I would try to extend him.
Yeah, I don't know what he has left. I mean, what control do we have left? Is it just next year?
I think it is.
So,
Or maybe we got 2 years of arbitration. I don't know.
no, I think it's probably this year. We got him this year and
yeah.
probably next year.
Yeah.
And then that may be it.
But
so,
I would try to extend him.
yeah, if you're not going to be able to, and you could find out, and with Boris, you're probably not going to be able
Not
to.
going to find out from him.
Then, you could legitimately think about trading him this offseason. Well,
Yeah. Well, that
you
was-
still got 1 year of control.
I would try to extend him now rather than Chris Sale. Because pitchers are funny people. Their arms can fall off.
Yeah, now Sale, I think they got him for 2 more years beyond this year, right? Right, so it's not as urgent. You could wait a year.
Yeah.
And then there's Mookie,
And
right?
then there's Mookie. And
2 more years on Mookie, I think.
Jackie Bradley Jr.,
Well.
who is simply the best center fielder in baseball. I don't believe there's anyone that's...
I don't know. He's in a select group. Pilar's very good.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's excellent. There's no question. The
Yep.
catch he made the other night
Listen,
on the dead run over
if
his
he's
shoulder
not
was
the best outfielder in baseball, best center
Yeah.
fielder in baseball, he's in the 1, 2, 3 group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
He needs to
can't
improve
hit.
his throwing accuracy. He's got a cannon for an arm.
He does have an arm.
But if he could improve his accuracy, he's up the line here, over there, high.
He's got a cannon.
Yeah, he does have a cannon.
He's got a hit, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to hit. Then again,
I mean,
he may go 40 for 83 here
Yeah.
very shortly. And
The play I'll never forget from him was his rookie year. And he chased down a ball in Fenway in left center, and he jumped up and backhanded it, crashed off the wall. The guy on first had rounded the bag. He bounced off the wall, came to his feet, and threw the guy out at first before he could get back. And he threw it in the air, all the way in the air, right to the bag. I remember he was a rookie, and I was like, wow, are you kidding me?
there is a story, and
But that accuracy isn't always there
always,
with him.
yeah.
He's a little, you never
gets-
know.
Yeah.
You know he's got the arm strength, but you never know where the ball, It's like watching Matt Barnes.
They was, well, now that's another story. Pedroia, there's a story about him, and they were talking about him, and from home plate, supposedly with a couple of guys just out there, blah, 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 he put the ball in the center field bleachers.
Yes, I've heard that. Yeah. Yeah, I believe he's got the arm to do that.
Boy, I could probably get it to second base.
Yeah, maybe on a hop.
Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's just, but here we are anchored with another contract that is still going to be sitting there at whatever it is, 15, 16 a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the window that you need to think about trying to get Mookie and Sale done. We're still paying him. When they extended him at a time, they didn't have to extend him.
No, they
There was
didn't.
no reason to extend him. They gave him like a 6-year extension.
He's got what?
When he was like 32.
3 more years coming.
Yeah.
on that? Yeah.
I mean, I loved him, but now he's a boat anchor.
Yeah.
Another boat anchor.
Do you
It's
try?
not Sandoval. He I don't know if we finally roll his money off. Or
Oh no, we're still paying.
might be another year on him.
Yeah. But Pedroia, do you go to him and say, "Can we buy you out?"
Yeah, you have a discussion with him. I mean,
He's the heart and soul of the team.
Right.
This is going to kill him to have this discussion.
but you can do what you want. You can buy him out, but they're going to say buy us out at full value. It's a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah, well, if you don't,
And you know what? They got the money to do it if they want to.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that counts against tax
That's exactly
implications,
right.
right?
Yeah. And that obviously is a big thing.
Because they got the highest payroll in baseball right now.
Yeah, and that's something interesting. I got a note in here to myself to talk about that. The Yankees have flat out outmaneuvered us
Yes.
as far as the luxury tax is concerned.
Yeah.
And as far as being beneath the,
No, they've done a good rebuilding job on the fly.
they have. They've done it on the fly.
And some key pieces came up through their system, though. I mean,
Yeah, they really. Yeah, you don't have pieces like that come up.
yeah.
But
But you could say the same thing about us with Mookie and
well, we're going to have to deal also, by the way, with Andrew Benintendi.
yeah, this is looking like a star.
Yeah, 305 and
So this would be his second year, right? Mm-hmm. So it's probably too early, but
too early. But you know what?
But I don't know why they don't go to these players after 3 years
Yeah.
and say, okay, you can wait until after 6 years to be a free agent, but we're going to give you Benintendi. We're going to give you, so you got to wait 3 more years. We're going to give you a 6-year contract. So it balances out. We buy out the 3 years. You get paid now and pay him now.
Exactly.
Right?
And then
sign him up for the next 6 years.
And then we get.
And that 6-year contract's over, and the kid's what? Probably 30. Right?
Not
So you
even-
say to him,
not even
you're
that.
going to get another contract after this one.
Exactly.
And you can get paid big money right now. You don't have to wait 3 years.
Yeah. And not only
So
that.
we meet in the middle a little bit, and let's do it.
But
And by the way, you're set for life if you blow out your Achilles
that's
tomorrow morning.
exactly right.
If you blow it out tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
you got
This
whatever it is, $180 million
fully
coming your
guaranteed
way.
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you stay on this and we do the arbitration deal, you can blow out your Achilles, you get $9.4 million and have a nice
But
life.
you know what's happening is it's like the NBA. It's all about the opt-out now.
Yeah.
Opt-out clauses, right?
Yeah.
I want you to give me a 6-year contract, but me, the player, I can opt out after 3 and 4 and 5 if I choose to.
Yeah.
You, the team, no.
No.
You're committed,
Yeah.
but I get to walk if I think I can get a better deal. That's the way it is now,
Yeah.
right? They may have to do that with Mookie to actually get him to sign. Because who knows?
But you know, you
Where the money's
don't
going.
know. You don't know how friendly Mookie's handlers are with the Red Sox,
Yeah,
and how Mookie feels about the way he's been treated.
right,
Because a lot of that can be factored into the contract.
right.
Not huge amounts of money, but a 15% hometown discount, maybe. And you do something early for them, and well,
He eliminates the risk of the Democrats
Injury.
coming back in and raising those tax rates. He gets paid now.
did you see Senator Warren the other day? She said the top rate should be over 50%.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's a nice number.
Yeah. So she's going to run on raising taxes.
But you know what?
Best of luck.
If she thinks she's going to be in the presidential campaign, she
does.
yeah, I think she does too. But she's got a big, big problem. It's the same exact problem as Hillary Clinton has. Can't think on her feet.
Yeah.
Will not walk into a crowd and start answering questions.
Yeah.
Deathly afraid of a question that will stump her because she doesn't have a well-rounded education.
Yeah.
Start talking about, by the way, she went to Afghanistan to firm up her foreign policy background. You know, you go over there, fly over there, you get out of the plane, they take you, they give you breakfast,
Yeah.
you meet 2 or 3 generals, and
Have a
then
meeting
what do
at the
you
hotel.
want to do, Senator? Do you want to go out in the boondocks and watch people kill each other? Or
Yeah.
No. What time is tea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I can go meet some of the troops and shake hands with them. Oh, bring the photographer along.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that somehow makes her a foreign policy expert.
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord. Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
How's that
I'm
for a
happy.
change of pace?
I am happy,
I
happy,
knew you
happy.
would be. I am thoroughly disgusted with the Celtics for negotiating against themselves.
Well, yeah. Well, the fact that they got a 4-year deal, though, right? It's exactly what we just talked about with those other guys, So we're going to buy out a little bit of your free agency. You're young enough that you got another contract coming after 4 years.
Yeah.
And
really and truly, unless you're an idiot,
yeah,
$60 million is
Right.
going to take care of you and your family
Right.
forever.
So I like the deal. They may have overpaid a little bit, but I will say this: we said that about Avery Bradley. As it turned out, they didn't overpay for Avery Bradley, right?
Now it looks as though they may have given him a tad too much.
Who Marcus?
Avery?
Well, he signed a 1-year deal, didn't he?
Yeah.
With somebody, Clippers, somebody out there.
I know, that's Isaiah.
Yeah, I don't know where. Bradley did sign.
He's up with Detroit, isn't he?
He got traded from Detroit.
Okay, then.
Yeah, he got dealt out of here, and then he got traded at the deadline.
I know not where he is.
And he went out west. He either went to Sacramento or the Clippers. I think he might have actually ended up on the Clippers.
Okay. Distracted driving.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Massachusetts legislature is ever going to pass that?
Doesn't look like it.
Looks like they're sitting on it again.
Yeah.
Waiting for time to expire.
So who's driving that sitting there? I mean, who's benefits from this?
Three-quarters of the people in Massachusetts are in favor of a distracted driving law.
Yeah.
And no cell phones while you're driving.
Right.
Okay, three-quarters of the people.
You can do a Bluetooth type thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every state in New England has passed the distracted driving law, and New York State.
So what's the lobby that doesn't want it?
It's been the black lobby, because they have said we're stopped disproportionately. And that's true.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
This is going to be just one more reason for them to stop us. And if we can make sure we put language into this bill that guarantees blacks and whites are stopped equally, I would never object to it. But he said, I'm afraid it's going to be another reason to stop blacks.
So I would ask him, your proposal, who's the scorekeeper?
Yeah.
That determines that it's being applied equally.
See, this is impossible. It's like saying, how big is a fish?
Is somebody going to keep track of this?
Yeah. It's. However, cooler heads have prevailed, and this guy's been in the Senate for a long time, and he's changed his tune. But now you got the rush to the end of the fiscal year and all this, the budget. And
Yeah.
So
Probably won't go through.
probably won't go through. How do you feel about the FBI these days?
No, not good. I think it's, time for a house cleaning.
Yeah.
They need new leadership, and it needs to be visible.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of really good FBI agents.
Of course
I think
there is,
they have tremendous capability, but to let themselves become politicized was just, that falls at leadership.
Yep. And boy, I'll tell you, there's some bodies buried there that are not good looking. How about Gary Sanchez?
It's ironic. I went to our cable the other night. I was watching the Sox game. They were way ahead. It was late. I hit the C button. I wanted to check the score on the Yankees-Cleveland game. And I saw the little TV up there. And turns out we were on one of these free samples of the MLB network. Every game was on.
Holy cow.
It's in the 600s, this MLB network with all the games. They give you free trials, unannounced, apparently.
Well,
so check, you used to see.
I get MLB.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
So I happened to be watching that game when it happened. And I was watching that play when Sanchez didn't run the ball out. And the guy that was an amazing play. When they showed the replay of Sanchez, I couldn't believe it. He stopped running like a third of the way down the line.
They had enough of this.
Yeah. And, they had him at first by 4 steps after that misplay. I mean, that was one of those, you talk about the shift, right? That's one of the plays you need to practice, right? So the second baseman was on the other side, shortstop side of second. The shortstop was down in the hole, and it got hit to the second baseman, and he started running to cover the base. And the guy who caught the ball was actually closer to the base at that point. When all along, all he had to do was throw to first, and for some reason he decided not to and flipped it to the other guy, and it wasn't even close at second. He beat the play. And then I'm sitting there, shoot, they tied the game up. And then to see Sanchez not even halfway up the line, it's like, what, are you kidding me? And then he has a mysterious injury the next day. He
Yeah,
goes on the
that
DL.
groin. I was on the
He goes on the
DL, and
DL.
now the groin's kicking. It's
Couldn't run.
is this like Manny and the Hammies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds vaguely familiar, yeah.
Um,
But it was an amazing play. And as somebody sitting there watching that game rooting against the Yankees, it was terrific. It was terrific.
all you can say after that is God is good.
That was a good one.
Eduardo Rodriguez.
Yeah. It's too bad he's hurt. I mean, we talk about it all the time.
Yep.
He's fragile. He breaks. When he falls, he breaks. And, you cannot count on him. And we've talked about this a lot in
Yeah.
the past. You can't count on him for more than 20 to 24 starts a year. That's all you're going to get out of him.
He's got good
Something's going to
stuff.
happen.
That's the killer.
He's going to hurt his knee. He's going to fall down and hurt his ankle. He's going to, something's going to happen. Next, it'll be blisters or something, right? But he is a 20 to 24 start guy.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
When you have him, he's good. Now, he's another guy, potentially, postseason, could be in the bullpen. I think he's going to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now I'm not sure because he's not a fast healer either.
No, he's not a fast healer. He's a very slow healer.
Yeah. Jeepers creepers.
But I look at that play and it's like, okay, so you're running over the other guy, you jump over the guy. You're a professional athlete.
He's not that athletic. I think that's part of his problem.
I jump over my dog. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
By the way, if the kids were still in grade school,
Yeah.
and they were doing the play Humpty Dumpty, you could bring him in and he could play the part. He'd just fall over and break.
Yeah. So that's the problem with him. He can be good. He gets on a roll. When he's in his role, when he's on a roll, he's a good, solid,
And somebody finally
Number three
hammered
pitcher.
into him,
right?
pick up the pace.
But you're right, which appeared to be working.
Yeah.
He was doing well. I mean, team record when he was pitching, they were like 13-3 or something, right? So, but he broke.
He broke.
He had and
Now
it
we
happens
have-
every year.
We have another broken player here, Stephen Wright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah. And he came back and teased us, showed us 3 or 4 good games, and then bango.
So, so you need 4 in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
So again, we got the big, if you will, the big 3.
Yeah. And then we'll have to put the names in a hat and come out with number 4.
Yeah,
Now,
could be a group effort.
Joe Kelly.
Yeah, he's not feeling it. So this is hopefully the slump in his performance. He's still got time to kind of wait it out. Maybe give him a little, make him a little deeper in the bullpen, which they've done. Right?
You get mad at Rodriguez for driving you crazy with injuries, and then you get mad at Kelly because he can't find the damn strike zone.
Yeah. Well,
And-
I feel he and Barnes I kind of put in the same. Now Barnes happens to be pitching well lately.
That's the next name, Matt Barnes.
Yeah. Well, Barnes has been pitching well lately.
Yes, he has.
He's been just nailing that curveball. I mean, he has been. There was a game last week with the game on the line when he threw the guy 6 straight curveballs. It was a good hitter.
Yes,
too.
he was.
I forget.
Yeah. And he
It
got
was
him on
after
number
curveball,
6.
and he got him on number 6.
And but
And then he had
Barnes
another batter, and he started doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he buzzed him at 98. And the guy was.
there is the problem, is when he reaches back for more.
Yeah.
Now, he can throw 100, but somehow or other they have said to him, Matt, throttle it back. It'll help you control.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, he has that tendency to reach back for that 100-mile-an-hour heater, and who the hell knows where the ball's going to go.
Yeah. Well, the curveball is
It's very good.
so
very
nasty.
good.
But it's so nasty at this point that they won't let him throw it with a man on third base because Leon's had a lot of them get by him.
Do you remember Mark Clear,
Yeah.
the cleaver?
Yeah.
I saw somebody, I forget who the heck
do
it
remember.
was,
He had
lean
a-
over backwards,
Yeah.
bailing out, and the thing broke over the plate.
Just now, yeah.
I mean, that guy had a curveball and a half.
So Barnes is, it's literally a 12-6
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Curveball.
Yeah, it is.
to the point that it bounces off the plate a lot of times for a swinging strike,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he can embarrass guys.
including Leon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, Scott Thornburg,
Tyler Thornburg.
Tyler Thornburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Scott, the left-handed pitcher. Tyler Thornburg. Hot, cold, hot.
Yeah,
Cold.
missed a lot of time.
We took him down the sidelines, down the right field line, and we said to him, now listen, we found a hitch and you get along. And then he comes in and throws 7 pitches and gets out of an inning.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Right, we'll see. He's still kind of coming back.
Yeah.
You know, he's had his good moments and not so good moments
Yeah,
so far.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
can he develop consistency in August? Well, we'll find out. I think he's going to get a chance.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because
I don't-
we're reaching the point of diminishing returns with some of these guys.
Right. So, people talk about the Red Sox they're not going to get the top guy, right? They're not going to get Britton. And there's a couple other relievers people think are going to move. That top tier, they're probably not. Well, they'll get the next tier. But they have the next tier. Barnes is the next tier.
Do you know?
Thornburg is the next tier.
Do you know who the Red Sox were talking about? Well, now who knows? I shouldn't say this. Do you know who it was reported that the Red Sox were interested in and had somebody down looking at him?
Who's that?
Brad Ziegler.
Brad Ziegler. Yeah, I heard he was available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So to me, that's the class that they can get at the trade deadline. But they have those guys. That's who we are. And if you look at the stats, their bullpen's pretty good.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of baseball,
Yeah.
right?
Brad
But do you
Ziegler
really trust
part
them?
2.
Who besides Kimbrel, though, do you really trust going into the postseason? If for a regular season bullpen, they're good.
Kimbrel makes this baby pound a little bit too
Right.
when he can't find the damn plate.
But overall, I trust Kimbrel.
You've
Thinking
got
about
to.
postseason.
You've got to, yeah.
All those other guys, you're holding your breath.
No.
Are they? Is the good Kelly going to show up, or is the bad Kelly going to show
Yeah.
up?
The crazy Matt Barnes or the
Right.
sound Matt Barnes. I
Right.
don't mean crazy nut, but the ball's all over the
Yeah.
bloody place. Thornburg. I mean,
Right.
he hasn't been able to find the switch yet.
Right. So we'll see.
Pittsburgh Pirates, 11
11 in a row.
straight wins.
I root for the Pirates.
I know that. You and I both.
Yeah.
Going back to our childhood.
Yeah.
They beat Cleveland 7-0. And they do it with a
think-
no-name pitching staff.
Yeah. They got a couple of kids, like they always do, right?
Yeah. And they,
But I'll tell you something. I root for the Pirates, and I don't. We may have talked about this. I don't get it. Why Pittsburgh is this small market team that can't do anything? Pittsburgh's a major league city.
It is.
Right? They've got the Steelers bang out every game. They've got
The Penguins.
the Penguins.
Yeah.
Right? So how is it? And they have a rich history. When I was a kid,
That's right.
they banged out that stadium all the time, right? And I don't get it. Why they're, they can't sign anybody. They got to keep this, low payroll.
We have a short period of time left.
Okay.
And I have some names. Maybe we'll just hit these real quick.
Okay.
Steve Pearce.
Steve Pearce, good acquisition.
What a great acquisition.
Really
Yeah.
fits in good.
Now, do you sit down with him and say, we want to sign you for next year too?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No.
And I wouldn't want to see him walk
No.
over the fact that we don't talk.
We got other priorities right now.
Now, big game James Shields is available.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
4-10, 4.43 or now.
Yeah.
This kid Merrifield from Kansas City, 302, plays all positions.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a nice pickup?
Yeah, it would actually would. Can he play second?
Plays second. That's his best position.
Yeah. In that case, I'm interested in chatting.
Here's an interesting name, Jed Lowry.
Yeah?
285,
Having a good
16
year.
home runs, 62 RBIs, and they have told them they are not trading him. They have this idea that they could possibly be a wild card
Well, they
team
could.
out there.
They could.
Yeah, and they told them that they're keeping him.
Okay.
So he
That's
becomes
good.
a free.
I think that ship has sailed here anyway.
He becomes a free agent
Yeah.
at the end of the year. He might be an interesting pickup for next year.
Short money. Have to be short money.
Yeah, he's getting $6 million.
Yeah. Have to be less than that.
Less than that.
Yeah.
Tyler Clippard.
Yeah.
he bums around. He goes to this team. He goes to that team. Now he's available. 4-3, 3.15. Is he worth picking up? He's got a good change.
I don't think at this point.
No? Okay. Paul Goldschmidt got off to a slow start. He's now hitting 281, 21 home runs, 52
he's coming on.
RBIs. He's a class player.
Arizona's hanging around. They're in it.
Yep. Scooter Jeanette is being offered around. 326, 16 home runs, 63 RBIs.
Having a good year.
I think he's a free agent at the end of this year.
Is he?
I think. Travis Shaw,
Yeah.
245. He's hampered by a bad wrist. He has 18 home runs, 55 RBIs. Now, we know how big he is.
Yeah.
Milwaukee wants to make a second baseman.
I heard that the other day. That they want to move him to second base.
Why don't they get a moose and put it out?
Yeah. I mean, to me, second base and shortstop are defensive positions.
Nimble
you
guys.
Need defensive players.
Yeah.
I think we hurt with Nunez out there because I think he has no range.
And also now his shoulder's bothering him.
Yeah.
He couldn't hit the side of a brick wall, for heaven's sakes, the other night.
Yeah.
And you know what? The umpires give him a bye, too. Because he could have had another error.
Yeah.
Bad throw. And somebody said, oh, well, the guy would have beat it out anyway. Baloney. But anyway, San Francisco, how would you like to be the fans and watch Lloyd McCutcheon? He's got 261, guy's 9 home runs. Evan Longoria,
Yeah.
246,
Wow.
10 home runs. Pedro Sandoval, 250, 8 home runs. How would you like to see them trot those 3 out?
Sandoval's hitting 250 with 8 home runs?
Yeah, and 35 runs batted in. He's almost playing full time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure is right.
We're still paying him, 19?
Something like that. Now, I'm going to give you one more question, and we'll probably have to sign off.
Okay.
The Major League active home run leaders.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the number 1, and it's Albert Pujols with 621 home runs.
Yeah.
Can you pick up 2 through 6?
No way.
I'll bet you could if we had enough time.
Yeah. Cabrera's on there somewhere.
Cabrera, okay, good.
Yeah.
He's number 2.
Yeah. Still go ahead. We're out of time.
Oh, okay. Adrian Beltre,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Edwin
of course.
Encarnacion,
Yeah.
Jose Batista, and Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz.
After that, it becomes Joe and Fred and some of the people you don't even know who the devil they are.
Yeah.
Well, folks, was nice of you to tune in. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we think a lot of you. So as a result, we'll do another show in a couple of weeks.
There you go.
And this time, we're going to have to deal with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because
they'll be well into training camp.
Yep, training camp will be underway, and we'll be crying over
Something
the
will have happened. It will
injuries.
have been a personnel move that we're surprised by in the next couple of weeks.
Nothing surprises us.
Yeah.
All right, folks, good night.
Night.